What is up, fishing freaks? I'm back with old Red today. I got her tuned up, new impeller, new plugs. I got the prop retuned, seals for my steering. It is all good. And I got the trolling motor repaired. I had a cable snap in there. This trolling motor has been a freaking trooper. This boat has just been a freaking trooper. And I know you guys keep asking about a new boat. I'm not gonna say anything about it until it's a done deal and in the driveway. Just quit asking about it. Old Red's gonna have to do. But here's the great news about today. Looking at the watch here. See this full moon situation? You probably can't see it, it's on there. Full moon. The water is right. It is the right temperature right now. I'm getting really pumped up because I'm really excited right now. We've had this really just crummy fishing the last few weeks, and that's because the water temperature's kind of been there, but the moon phase hasn't been right, so the fish have kind of been locked up. Now, I can guarantee you, all over the state of Texas, a lot of places in the south, fish are gonna be doing it on the bank. They're gonna be moving up. I think big females are gonna bite today and this weekend and pretty much all next week. So wherever you are, get your freaking sticks out and go catch some fish. You gotta get out there because you could really catch some giants. So I'm really pumped up. If you can't tell, I'm ready to get out on the water today. I'm gonna meet Tyler. Tyler's gonna come meet me out at the lake today, but I'm gonna get out there and get to feeling out the conditions and see what's going on. Hope you guys are gonna hit the lake soon and catch some of these big ones. Hopefully we're going to today. Let's get out on the water and get them. Today is one of those days I don't want anything slowing me down from catching a giant. Like, I just want to go 100% savage hardcore. There's not many windows when you can really do this and have a legitimate chance at a giant. Like, it's going to be minimal today, guys. It might be pretty rough. Less on the filming, B-roll, hardcore on the fishing today. Most people like to look for like calm places in the spring where they think bass are gonna move in and spawn, and they do. But when you get like an edgy day, like they might not be totally moved up yet, water's a little bit colder, I like to get a windy bank. Just go get on a windy bank, get in those waves that chop and chunk, man. Just throw like a crankbait, spinnerbait, just get in there where that bait's moving up. That's another thing, shad will move up too. They'll spawn in the spring. They're up there shallow to begin with, getting ready to spawn. They do it at night during the full moon. So what I'm gonna do here today, since we have these overcast windy conditions, while it's like this, I'm going to chunk crankbaits, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits on banks where I think they're gonna be at. You know, that 2 to 5, 6 feet of water. And I'm just gonna run around like a banshee. First fish on. Not a big one though. It's a good one. Probably be about a 3.5. We're going big today. We're going, it should be like a 7, 8 pounder day. There's one right on the bank. Come here, little baby. Oh, I got him on the outside. He swiped it. Not a big one. Good sign. That thing was, gosh, a foot of water. Kind of ran into the back of a creek, not all the way back, but about halfway back. And I saw a boil on the bank as soon as I pulled up, so I picked up the spinnerbait and just started chunking and winding on the bank. Normally I would tell you guys, if you're looking for bigger fish, just to go off the bank just a little bit. This is a rare occasion where I think the big ones, they'll get right on the bank this time of year. If you're working a bank and everything looks kind of the same, try to find the little outliers. Like right here, I've got just one little stick up that's out away from everything else. It's another small one. I say small, they're not really small, they're just not the giants I'm looking for. Nice 2-pounder. Got some bait flickering off to my right here. It's good. Stained, choppy water. It's good wind. You know, probably 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. It's not like crazy blowing, but it's that good wind. Gets the water churned up, gets the bait stirred up. There he is. Oh my gosh. That one cracked it. Oh, if that's a bass, it's probably a good one. Whoa, this fish is running. This can't be a bass. It's gotta be a hybrid. Yeah. No, it is a bass. Crazy bass. Oh my gosh, guys. That fish took me all over the place. Whew. He was running so hard, so fast. I don't know if you could hear the line screaming through the mic, but he freaking smoked it and took off like a striped bass. Just rolled up into this creek. Like, this is all the way back in a creek. So this is gonna decide a few things. If I go back here and I don't get any bites, I'm gonna know that the fish are not entirely committed to moving in the backs of the creeks. I think they should be in some areas, but if I don't get any bites back here, that'll help me make my decision to where to fish. I'm gonna fish halfway to a third way back into the creeks where the fish are, it's a more stable environment, because the water has to be just right for them to go all the way in the back of the creek. And I think they're actually dropping the water on this lake right now, which is kind of like pulling out the rug underneath the fish, you know, when they're trying to get up there on the bank and do their thing. So the water would have to be stable, not pulling any water, for them to move all the way back into this creek and really settle in. But I'm gonna try it, see what I can work out here. It's all about finding those clues, you know. 59. That's borderline. This is part of the ebbs and flows, the volatile changing conditions that are always around the spawn. Like, fish get ready, they set up, they come back out. It can change within a day. Like, the water temperature can warm up 2 degrees and they're just loaded back there at the end of the day. So you have to keep that in mind. You constantly have to keep thinking. So now what I'm thinking to myself is, I didn't get a bite back here. I need to shift back to the halfway point or the third of the way back into this creek and see if I start getting bites again. If I do, then I just unlocked pretty much the pattern for the day. But like I said, fish could move to the backs of the creeks by the end of the day. But right now, since the water's 59, it's not quite 60, 61, 62, which is really when they start moving up there. I'm gonna head out about halfway out of this creek and see if I can get bit. Well, I just had a bite. Lost the fish trying to turn the camera on. Like an idiot, but as soon as I got about halfway in, guys, boom. You know, after you fish a lure for a while, it's the only thing you're throwing, you just get in tune with it. I'm locked in. I'm sinking waves with the spinnerbait. Oh, there he is. Ah, it's a little one. God, a foot of water though. A foot of water. Just watch the bite happen. So freaking cool. Oh, you gotta love it. Love you. The time has come for me to go pick up Tyler. He should be getting at the boat ramp right now. Man, my elbow hurts so much from throwing that spinnerbait. I love it. Oh God, I love it. So I think we're gonna continue this pattern. We'll see. It's always good to fish with somebody else. You can kind of unlock more things. But I think I'm gonna go chesty cam the rest of the day, just so you guys can hear Tyler better, and then also see what's going on more close up. Just kind of switch it up, give it a little fresh angle, and you know, hopefully you get a big one, like right in your face. I'm so pumped, guys. This is like, woo! This is one of those days, you know? Oh, son, here we go. Now, oh, it's a big one, dude. That's a big one.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Just directly has hooked a toad.
So the afternoon got totally crazy and the bass fishing action got intense, guys. I had to break this into 2 different videos because there was too much fish catching action and the fish were behaving a little bit differently and they got even more shallow. So I wanted to break that down for you, give you a different perspective in the different videos. So stay tuned on the next one. It's gonna be big fish.